Yo, what's up? Weekly Shonen here, out from a field. Clearly, I want to make this a quick video, so, you know, no intro, none of that stuff. Let's jump right into it with, I guess, My Hero. Let's start with My Hero. All these chapters are really quick this week, so this video is going to be relatively easy in one shot, so I guess the only thing I really want to mention in My Hero is the fact that AFO was singing Got You. Like, I just like that touch. You know, he's going to talk his talk and try to get in the heads of the heroes, which he clearly does with Endeavor. And I guess sort of does with Hawks too, but only because Hawks knows kind of like his strategy. It's just like, oh, you're about to reveal the secret to Toya's body still, you know, surviving, like the whole Nomu thing. So that kind of got in Hawks' head because it was something that he kind of already knew. But yeah, I think kind of revealing or making it obvious that his helmet, removing his helmet, is like the key to beating him. It was cool because, yeah, AFO has to have a weak point. I feel like that was obvious, but I didn't think that it was a life support system. So you know, I just always thought, like, if you remove the mask, maybe that kind of removes like some of his power, or like maybe there's, you know, I guess equivalent to a life support system, but you know, just not for his life, maybe for his powers is what I would have thought. But hey, man, if that's the case, it just makes it kind of cool because, right, that's the final villain, and the key to beating him is kind of unmasking him. So I like that. And since we know AFO is like faceless almost, it's just kind of, I don't know. I feel like that formless monster behavior is kind of cool, right? Because it would just mean, hey, he kind of represents evil entirely if he has no face. So I really enjoyed it. Did not enjoy Endeavor getting too heated up and getting his some of his ribs removed, I guess, in the process. But like I said, the whole got you, that was pretty cool. Earphone Jack and Tsukuyomi coming through. Tsukuyomi reminding us that he is in fact a teenager still. So he has his focuses, he has his things that he cannot focus on. I thought that was funny. And then I guess AFO just kind of responding to them with like, you know, you're fodder, right? Like, you should probably get out of here because you're fodder. Makes me think, damn, I hope neither of them get, like, you know, permanently injured or die. So, you know, maybe this is a time for like the young heroes to you know, show themselves. Especially that now that we got the reveal that if Endeavor had fought Dabi himself, like, he couldn't fight Dabi, right? He's supposed to be the stronger one, and I would have thought the reason he couldn't fight Dabi was because the secret to beating Dabi was like cold ice, and he just doesn't have that. But no, the secret to beating Dabi is just Endeavor is just not strong enough in his current state. He doesn't have the mindset to do it. So I like that. I like that idea a lot. And then, yeah, what else we got for this chapter? That's pretty much it, right? Like, yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, the inclusion of Earphone Jack and Tsukuyomi. So that's gonna be fun to see. Hopefully we stick to this fight. I mean, we really can't see the end of this fight yet, right? Because it's the big bad. So if anything happens to him, I'm assuming if they get him to the wall or like a near-death scenario, he'll probably just like link with Shigaraki. I'm gonna assume that he has Disintegrate, right? Shigaraki, it's still his quirk. He can't steal that, but if he's perfectly linked to Shigaraki, then maybe as a last resort, he can dispense all his other quirks to activate Disintegrate on his hand, and they can, like, you know, they could probably like coexist with it, or they can both use it. So I'm assuming, yeah, if we continue on with this fight to the point where, you know, we see AFO kind of nearly lose, then, you know, that's how he'll retreat, or that's how he'll kind of spin it, is like a link with Shigaraki. So that's pretty much it for that. Just to go in order here, I guess, is Jujutsu Kaisen. Man, oh man, especially after. So I read this. I'm going in the order that I read it in. So those are the birds. I'm going in the order I read it in. So to get the rib removal and what I thought was Endeavor's arm being removed, and then seeing Hakuri's arm get removed, I'm like, bro, are you kidding me right now? Like, this is crazy. And then the smirk that we get from Hakuri after, like, you know, when we get the explanation that he's practically immortal, he kind of does look like a vampire there too. So I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed this whole chapter of them just like wailing on each other. You know, that's gonna be who knows how long till that's animated. But when it is animated, that'll be quite amazing. I think this whole fight will be. I just hope that the the love train that we get after this is going to be the express train. We don't have to really go through the motions again. Maybe it's something Hajime can see right through, or maybe if this is a battle of domain expansion, maybe Hajime shows his domain and kind of like breaks Hakure's or something like that. Hopefully not though, but I would like to see a like a domain expansion battle, because I don't think we've gotten that yet. Like every domain expansion has either been the win or has been broken. So we almost got it. We got a triple domain expansion activation with Yuta's fight, but we didn't get anyone's domain from that. But at least now we know what Yuta means when he said that Hakuri, when fired up, is like stronger than he is, because the dude's immortal, which is amazing. And I thought we were gonna get a flashback to Charlie this chapter to kind of see how that played out, but I guess we don't need it now, right? Like once we know that he's immortal, there's really nothing Charlie can do, right? Charlie probably realized he's screwed, because in 4 minutes of being able to tell Hakure's next move, it doesn't really matter, right? Like in 4 minutes time, or however long it took, because I assumed it was like 1 minute, it doesn't really matter how far you can see into the future. Hakure's going to be stronger, and no matter what you do to him, he can just tank it and just hit you, as we saw him do with Hajime. And I guess I also thought, once we got the timer, right? Once we got confirmation that, as long as the song is going on, I was thinking, well, maybe that's going to come into play. Maybe we need to know how much time passed with the previous fight with Charlie to know how much time is left with Hakure's fight with Hajime here, so we can know, when he's going to stop being immortal, and then that way, like, the arm being cut off would be like, oh, that was perfectly timed so that it's not going to return. But, again, we get confirmation from Hajime that, hey, the song is ending right now, so it doesn't really matter at all. That wasn't going to be a dynamic in the fight. Maybe it can still be later, right? If he hits the jackpot again, then it can just be a dynamic later on. But, as for right now, it's just going to be an all-out brawl, and I'm okay with it. I'm fine with this fight format right here. I just wanted to see two juggernauts go at it. The last thing I guess I'll say about this chapter, oh no, there's a couple more things to talk about, is the fact that I got an ant trail going on over here. I got a little marching line of ants. This is pretty cool. Is that Hajime's punches just didn't really affect Hakuri the same way they affected Panda, which I think is pretty cool, because it just means, I don't know if that has to do with his immortality, right? If it's just, it doesn't hurt him, or like he's able to tank it because he can just tank anything in his immortal state, or because his cursed energy output is so high that, again, it could also be, because of his mortality, right? He has infinite cursed energy output. So is that just Hakuri being so strong, such a good sorcerer, that he can just take those shock waves, or is that because he's hit the jackpot? So either way, it's pretty cool. I hope we get an explanation on that too, because I don't know, I kind of like the whole sorcery master Hakuri just being such a good fighter that this elemental output of cursed energy doesn't really energy doesn't really affect them as much as someone like Panda. But if not, it's whatever. I think we're gonna definitely have to see the jackpots are definitely gonna be coming into play, right? Like if he loses, then that's gonna be much more brutal hit than when Charlie hit him. But if he continues to get the jackpot, if he's on a roll, Hajime's screwed, right? But at the end of their fight, someone just can't die. There has to be a talk after their fight. So I assume no matter which way it goes, I'm hoping Hakure's good, right? Like to show how amazing Hajime is, and we've already got one. What's it called? I think going into it, right, was I was hoping that we got to see what's it called? Like the most advanced techniques. Oh, that's what it was. Like in my one video, how we should be able to see the most advanced techniques from like ancient sorcerers through Hajime. And what I thought was that would be like maximum techniques. And I was reading something Oh yeah. I forgot maximum tech. This is why I should have read Shibuya before doing that video. Is that we did get a maximum technique before Uzumaki, and that was from Jogo. He does say maximum. Maybe that's not a maximum technique, but it seems like he's using his technique in maximum form. But side note. But yeah, I thought that we would see some pretty advanced techniques. We've already seen that through the electrical current thing with Hajime, and so yeah, I think the idea of using Hajime to like, or using Hakari to show how strong Hajime is by killing him, and then having Hajime, go on and be like, yeah, I killed one of your strongest fighters. I'm pretty much badass. I think is a solid technique, but I just hope it doesn't happen because we just got Hakari and he's so cool. Um, so yeah, I think the last thing I want to talk about there is just what was it, man? What was it? I guess yeah, I guess just like just seeing him hit the jackpot, it's gonna become more dire for him. And oh yeah, I think I like the fact that he doesn't have a reverse curse technique because he would be overpowered if so, right? But the fact that he doesn't have it just means that I think he has space to grow as a sorcerer. And having someone as high caliber as him, as Hakuri, still not know reverse curse, just because he didn't need to learn reverse curse, right? He has domain expansion, and he's very lucky. He's a huge gambler. It doesn't. It kind of goes with his character if he doesn't ever learn it, but if he ever does want to learn it, then I feel like there's good room for growth there for him, which I think is pretty cool. And the last thing, talk about One Piece 1050. We didn't get the. I feel like we do have quite the setup for a Big Mom and Kaido fiery return, right? Like they're underneath a volcano right now. So it's like Schrodinger's Yonko right now. Like either they're dead or they're not, and we don't know. And when rereading the chapter just before this, I thought, oh wait, there was an explosion, underwater volcanic explosion. They have to be alive and coming back. They have to be already on their way back. And so this is about to be crazy. But as you can see in the chapter, that's their final send off, right? The Momonosuke confirms that to the people of Wano who think that he is Kaido at the moment. He confirms that to the people by saying, "Hey, no, that was just the final send off for them." And then he poofs the scabbards into existence there, and then Komurasaki appears, and we get Denjiro at the end to present, I guess, Komurasaki as the Shogun, because I assume at this point Momonosuke talks to Zanisha and says basically, keep the borders closed for a little bit. But I'm assuming that's because he's going to open them back up. What's it called? Just like once they settle things in Wano, right? Like they're not going to open them right as the battle is over, but as when they journey, I guess, or maybe probably he's going to send it for like the end of One Piece. He's going to save it for the end of One Piece, or I guess once they find the One Piece. But I would assume it's not like the reason he's holding it back right this moment is because it's better for them to hold it back just until like the battle settles, everyone's healed up, and they kind of figure things out. They know how to fortify Wano. Everyone's like knowledgeable and whatnot. I feel like it's like Attack on Titan in that sense, right? Like we have to get the people on board. We have to tell them, what the hell's been happening right now the past few years, and then we'll open up the borders. And yeah, so I guess that just leads into Momonosuke confirming he's going to be riding with the Straw Hat crew, and then the Shogun of Wano is going to be Hiyori, which is makes sense, right? She's going to be protected by the scabbards. I think I see too many scabbards in that shot. Just I guess I'm going through this chapter backwards, but like that's the rooster. So I think, all right, I don't need to see all the scabbards dead. But I feel like of all the chapters that people have been like, oh, something bad is definitely going to happen next chapter, this is the only one that I've kind of thought that. But it's kind of been like watered down quite a bit because, damn, my face has, I only did for the shot. I didn't do for my sun in my face. I'm just realizing. So whatever, I'm dark shown in here. So I think, what's it called? Yeah, the most dire part about this chapter was like having everyone rush to Chopper. Rush to Chopper. We have Frankie with Zoro, and then we have Usopp with two of the scabbards. But Miyagi pops up. Like when Chopper's like, I can't really handle all this. This is too many casualties coming in at once. Miyagi's like, I got your back. And it seems like, well, they're perfectly fine, right? Next chapter, obviously, we can still get, wow, Zoro really has no heartbeat right now. Or, wow, one of these scabbards is probably going to die. Which, I feel like we need that. We need a scabbard who's like on their deathbed. Yo, I can keep him alive for now, but he's definitely going to die. One of them is going to die. And, we just kind of can just, what's it called? We can kind of prolong that for a bit, but too much blood has been lost. They're going to die for sure. I hope that we get something like that, because it seems like those are the only two scabbards other than, like, what's his name? What's the pink-haired dude's name? Yeah, that guy. So I think, oh man, it's gonna kill me. Doshira, Ashura Doji. It took Doshira to get that out of my head. But Ashura Doji, like, he's definitely dead, but like, he doesn't matter. So we need Kenjiro, or we need not Kanjuro's. Kanjuro's dead, I guess. He doesn't count as a scabbard though. But we need Kinemon or Kiku dead. That has to happen, man. It has to be like some type of tragedy, right? Especially after all of this, everything's fine. The two emperors have been defeated. But like the Yonko crew down there is like still waiting. I guess once they make it to the top of the waterfall, it is technically a new age. Everyone's celebrating. The Yonko are dead, or the Yonko have been defeated. And maybe they treat it the same way as like the remaining beast pirates, right? Where it's like your commander has been killed, or your commander has been defeated. Your lives have been spared. For you to fight after this is just dishonorable. Take the L. Go home. As you can see through the cover story, and probably through a mirror that you have on your ship right now, your home is being attacked. You're probably more needed there than here. So go handle business over there, and you can come scoop up your Yonko whenever the hell you need them. Right, that's the only mention I'll make of the cover story. I don't care yet. So, yeah, man, that's about, well, damn it, I should have looked at the boots, right? I think that was something that Soryo was making a point of, was like, we still don't recognize those boots in the cover story when those two people appeared, so it could still be two other random people roaming around. So, I'll go look at that and I guess tweet about it afterwards. So, I think, I think we're set up at least for Kaido. Kaido, after, like, engulfing himself in flame dragon form, like, Magma can't beat him. If that's how he dies, cool. But, like, the fact that we just see them two floating around afterwards, and we get 2 boxes to confirm that Luffy's the winner, I think is sus. I just think, if anything, this is my mushroom shirt, by the way. So, I think if anything, what's it called? Like, once Luffy's, like, awake again, and he's just, like, bandaged up, and he's like, hey, man, I'm good enough to walk around, is, I think, when we should get the two Yonko coming back and being like, yo, we are on our for real last legs now. Like, this is probably, like, our last shot to beat you. What's good? Let's get this last round in. And maybe Luffy takes down Big Mom, and, we get ZKK, right? That's, like, the only way that this can all happen. I got to sit forward now because we're talking about ZKK. But maybe that's the only way that this can happen, right? Is Luffy's the victor. Luffy has beaten a Yonko. He has beaten Kaido. But, now they're back for another round, and this is going to be in front of the people. The people are being informed, hey, we won. Everything's okay. And I guess, right, like, one of the main things that I saw people bringing up, I've been seeing people bring up, is the fact that Luffy didn't beat the big bad in front of all the people. That's usually how it goes. That's the format. But what we've clearly been seeing through this is that, that back is crazy today. What we've been seeing through all of this, throughout Wano, is that we're breaking format, right? Not everything is going according to the way that Oda usually tells it. Well, not everything is going to the same way that Oda usually says. The way that he sets it up, right? I even saw a meme the other day saying, like, until I see Kaido laid out like this, I don't believe it. But we kind of have seen him laid out like this, just swirling around in the volcano. So I will take this as a confirmed kill. Not a confirmed kill, but like a confirmed win. But I think, what's it called? once we damn, I said this was gonna be quick. This is a 20-minute video already. I think once we get everyone bandaged up and stuff, Bizarro should be out, right? He should be completely out for the count. But yeah, I think the only way that we see like another round or like a ZKK or like the format, right, the traditional format of like the people being beaten, the big bads being defeated in front of the people, is if they come back out of the lava on fire, panting, pretty much almost near death, and they're like, Luffy, we got a bone to pick with you. And then maybe Luffy one-shots them real quick, or maybe Luffy finally hits Big Mom real quick, and then Zoro can like have one more hit in him to like, it's like a one hit battle, and he takes down Kaido, Luffy takes down Big Mom. That's the only way that I see them coming back, unless Big Mom gets out of the volcano, retreats, and Kaido retreats with her, or Kaido's like, yo man, you got it, like gives him his, like, I don't know, man. I feel like since he seems so jolly about like the Joy Boy is the guy who's gonna come defeat him, if he does come back, he has to like come back in a respectful way, right? Like he has to be like, yo, you got it, right? Like I might not be your ally right now, but like I at least respect you. You came through with less numbers, you took me down, you took my people down, you stole my son. Like I respect you. So that's the only way I could see that going. I think as for like what's set up, yeah, I think this is all cleanup crew at this point. Heal the boys, heal the crew. CP0's gone. There's the ships. I'm guessing that CP0 agent that was flying off last chapter, or I guess airwalking off last chapter, he's probably going to go to those ships and those are going to come through. Because I doubt that they're going to annex Wano now. Like, I mean, you have to, Chekhov's gun, right? You have to do something with those ships. So maybe also Chekhov's sword, that sword in front of Onigashima. So maybe that's the way that those ships get taken, right? Zunisha, Trunk, the borders are closed. You guys can't come in yet. And then Zunisha just takes that sword and just washes them real quick. Although Zunisha doesn't need that. Zunisha has a trunk that can do that. So maybe that's the out there. I just spoke that into existence. But yeah, I think the only other way, it's like if we do get like another like urgency type of thing of like, well, the battle's over, but all of our heroes are done. They can't fight anymore. We need to what's it called? We need to defeat whoever the hell just popped up right now. Then the only way out of that is like, I don't know, Shanks or like the Revolutionary Army showing up to be like, oh, we got you, we got your back. Take as much time as you need to heal. This is like our stronghold from now on. So, but like I don't. As cool as it would be to see the Revolutionaries or like the Straw Hat Fleet pop up, it's like it's not really needed right now. I feel like that's all end of series stuff, or like I guess Revolutionary Army is like independent right now. Like they've always been an independent crew, or independent like theme or what's it called? They've always been their own thing. So I don't feel like they need to tie into whatever the hell the Straw Hats are doing at this moment. Like maybe at the end, and then the Straw Hat crew, I feel like that's endgame stuff. That's like when Luffy is the Pirate King, or like about to declare himself as the Pirate King, is when they show up, and it's like that's his proof right there. It's like he has this huge crew, this huge alliance, whatnot. Like he pulls up to Marineford like Whitebeard did. That's the only way I see it. But yeah, I think we're gonna get pretty much cleanup right now. People are gonna be tight about this. I'm pretty sure they already are. I've been out here, so I haven't really been. I've been sort of remote, so I haven't really been what's it called? Been checking the Twitter lately. I think I just checked the scan site comments real quick, which is like, of course, in the beginning is always all positivity. It's just like, wow, what a great chapter, what a great chapter. But I think, what's it called? Come on, boys, come here. I think, now I'm getting distracted, so I really should end this. I should wrap this up. I think, yeah, it's going to be a simple cleanup. We're going to get our lore dump. Maybe Vegapunk still pulls up. Maybe one of those ships has Vegapunk on it. Or maybe Vegapunk was already there, right? Maybe the guy in the top hat was Vegapunk, and he's just actually going to Wano, and he's like, yo, that's bullshit. That's if that happens, bro, I won't even want credit for it. I will repost it for the memes, but I don't want actual credit for it, because that's just me spitballing. So I think that's it, right? That's pretty much all we got. I mean, cool Yamato moment of kind of talking to the troops there, our general, right? Maybe Yamato goes as the single scabbard, right? Yamato shows up as like the single advisor to Lord Momonosuke, right? Momonosuke is definitely on the crew, and Yamato is not really a straw hat, but is there as like, I'm Momonosuke's protector. I have to roll with Momonosuke because if he ever doubts himself, I have to be there to cheer him on. So, you know, whenever the Straw Hats split up in the future, not split up as in like Kuma, Paul Kuma, not as like in that sense, but like, you know, the typical, we're gonna go on an island, split up and search for clues. You know, the split would be Momonosuke and Yamato together, and then like maybe their gag is gonna be they get split up even further, and Momonosuke has to fend for himself, type of thing. But that's the only way I see Yamato kind of going into the crew, is just like I'm the defender there. Okay, I'm really just spitballing. I'm doing my own revelry stream right now. It's 25 minutes, 26 now. So I'm gonna end it here. This has been 3 great chapters to read, honestly, while out here. I haven't been looking at the camera at all. I think because I keep noticing how dark I am. So how shadowy in I am, right? I picked the wrong spot, but it's too late now. But yeah, I think really great chapters to read this week. Chill enough. I don't have to go too crazy trying to figure out what it all means. I can just look at the pictures and be like, this is cool. Oh yeah, the last thing I guess is just the depth, right? They're in the volcano, but both of them got hit so deep down that they went into the volcano, into the magma. I think that is raw as hell, and I appreciate that. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to next week. I forget what's on break next week. I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen's on break next week, but I forgot to check. I'm pretty sure One Piece is not. I think that was like one of the first comments I read. So thank goodness, right? I need to see more of this. And yeah, I guess like the next time I review Jujutsu Kaisen will be from another remote or distant location. So look out for that. But yeah, my name is Weekly Shonen. I'm on a farm, and I hope you have a great week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's sunny out today, so go get yourself some sun. Bye.